The railway network around Crovan's Gate was marked as early as 1954 as a place where things needed to be overhauled. The fact that goods destined for the town had to sit on trucks until the Crovan's Gate mining engines could pick them up and bring them to the wharf was seen as absurd to the new Fat Controller, Charles. At the same time, the works located along the line side was in need of an expansion. A logical move was to relocate the works and add new sidings where the building had once stood. In 1957, the Northwestern, the Skarloey, and the newly formed Sodor Advanced Machinery Repair Company, often known as the Sodor Steamworks, came to a deal to move the steamworks to an abandoned junction 2 miles away from Crovan's Gate town. This had once upon a time been the S&M's main line to Ballyhoo, but had been rerouted when the NWR was formed in order to be traversed by heavier trains. Work to clear the swamps started in late 1957, and by April of 1958 a large flat surface had been erected. As the building was constructed, the SKR built a new line to the site, as well as making a new shed for their expanding fleet. By the summer, the old station had been torn down and a brand new canopy station had been built. A small goods shed had also been added to the standard gauge yard. The final touches came in late October when a crane was added to load goods between narrow and standard gauge. With the overhaul of the line complete, the only goods going down to the wharf were goods actually going on ships, mainly the CGMC's coal loads. All freight going to the town and up to the Skarloey Railway were now able to be handled at the Crovan's Gate yards. This was great for the SKR and NWR, as they hardly needed to go down to the wharf after the redesign. In fact, after 1959, an NWR locomotive wouldn't venture to the wharf until 1972. For the Crovan's Gate Mining Company, the redesign was a nightmare. The NWR terminated its use of the wharf in 1960, a serious loss of revenue to the CGMC. They had recently attempted to expand across the rolling river, only for it to fail miserably. The company would enter a decline from 1959 all the way until its closure. As for the steamworks, it wouldn't be completely finished until 1962, but it was in good enough condition to start receiving engines as early as mid-1958. Peter Sam was the first engine to get repairs there, and operations were expanded over the next several years. A bus repair depot was also built on the site at the same time. The steamworks would expand so much that it received its own personal narrow-gauge engine in 1962, although they'd have to repair them themselves. But that's a story for another day.